Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a parent trying to decide whether or not to let your child join a social media platform, you're not alone. Social media today can be a playground, but also a battleground. In order to identify the kinds of affordances and constraints that will affect your ability to parent your child through this new chapter, we'll explore some examples of social media sites. Today, we're unboxing 3 popular platforms: Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Now guys, before we pull out those scissors and get to work on the packing tape, we should remember that we do not perceive the environment as such, but rather perceive it through its affordances, the possibilities for action it may provide. In plain terms, it's not just about what a platform is, it's about what it lets us do. Today we'll open them up, have a look inside, and identify the different affordances and constraints that shape our interactions with these platforms. Now remember, today's unboxing is meant to help you understand not only these platforms, but the affordances and constraints that you should look for on all social media platforms. Alright, let's get started with our first platform, Reddit. Let's see what's in here. Okay, it looks like Reddit uses no real names. On Reddit, you'll be hard-pressed to find anyone using their real name. This affordance offered by Reddit makes an account harder to link to your child's real-world identity. When signing your child up to any social media platform, investigate its policies on account names, as it reduces the opportunity for real-world altercations following your child home and serves to protect their privacy. Alright, what other affordances are in here? Content reporting. Reddit gives you the opportunity to report content if you feel it violates the rules of the website. Nearly all social media platforms offer this affordance, however the process and speed with which action is taken differs greatly. When signing up for a new platform, examine their reporting process and decide whether or not you feel comfortable with how fast action will be taken. Alright guys, on to the constraints. It looks like Reddit uses publicly visible content. Now guys, unlike many social media platforms, Reddit allows you to explore its content without an account. When evaluating a platform's affordances, I would recommend exploring the extent to which they allow you to hide anything your child may wish to post, both from people with an account and those nameless individuals looking in from outside the sign-up page. Alright guys, on to the last constraint Reddit brings to our attention. Extreme graphic content is allowed. Guys, this is an important one. One of the first things you should investigate about a platform is what content is and isn't permitted. Reddit allows both extreme violence and sexually explicit material, with whole subreddits dedicated to posting such content. For many of you, this is considered an affordance to be celebrated. However, for our purposes today, guys, I consider this a constraint in managing your child's safety online. Now to YouTube, guys, the world's biggest video platform. You likely use it yourself, but what affordances and constraints are wrapped up in here that may play into your kid's safety online? Okay, first the affordances. It looks like YouTube has a child-specific content feed. One great affordance that YouTube offers parents is YouTube Kids. This kind of affordance gives parents access to a pool of content specifically designed for consumption by children and young teens, quarantining all of the videos other than educational and child-friendly entertainment. This affordance and others like it are a great resource to look for on platforms like YouTube. Alright, let's keep digging. It looks like YouTube also offers externally controlled accounts. Guys, I love this one. YouTube allows parents to create an account for their children and to control its operation from their own profile. With different platforms offering different interpretations of this affordance, tools like screen time monitoring, content control, and notifications when someone follows or is followed by your child's account are often on offer, so make sure you keep an eye out for this kind of supervised experience. An important thing to consider is that for all those social media platforms that do not offer these lockable parental features, any settings changed within the account can be changed back without your permission. Something to keep in mind. Alright guys, on to the constraints. Okay, it looks like YouTube has under-moderated comment sections. Now guys, this is a constraint that is hard to escape on any social media platform, and it's no different on YouTube. Comment sections are that ubiquitous community contribution section that, for better or for worse, invites comment on content it's connected to. Now, these comment sections are often hotspots of derision and offensive language perpetrated for no other reason other than that users feel like they can. When allowing your child to post or explore content, be aware that while you may be able to turn off comments on their content, you may not be able to stop them engaging with other people in the comment sections of others. Last but not least, Instagram, where image meets visibility. And for teens, it's all about visibility. But is it safe? Let's have a look at what affordances and constraints Instagram's user experience highlights. Okay, first the affordances. Alright, it looks like Instagram uses age verification. Now guys, listen in because this one's important. Age verification is when a platform asks a user to prove if they are old enough to sign up. Unlike the other 2 platforms on this list and many more platforms on the internet, Instagram does make a user prove their age. Be aware that for those platforms without this affordance, your child is able to freely sign up and explore outside your supervision. Food for thought. Alright guys, on to the constraints. Okay, it looks like Instagram has direct messaging and impermanent images. One of Instagram's central features is its direct messaging service. This feature includes temporary image sharing, meaning that a user is able to send or receive a picture and have it disappear without a trace. Now guys, while this may be an affordance for many, as parents it constrains your ability to monitor the images that your child may be sending or receiving, an issue when it comes to accountability. So what did we unbox? A set of features, some helpful, some harmful, and a reminder. No platform is built with your parenting in mind. Their affordances reflect their priorities, and those don't always include your child's safety. As a parent, you may not be using these platforms, but you still need to understand what they do and don't allow. Awareness of the affordances and constraints of a social media platform isn't just power, it's protection. I hope this video has not only helped you approach the 3 platforms we mentioned today, but also equipped you with the tools necessary to assess the affordances and constraints of other social media platforms. Thank you guys, and remember, hit that like button and subscribe to Morgan's Tech Tips. Goodbye.